Hello everybody, we're the Geeks and the Giants. I am Menzo. This is my forever co-host Jump. Today we wrap up our horror comedy lineup with Ready or Not from 2019. The surprise 2019 horror comedy starring Samara Weaving and I forgot who else. The main guy from Mission Impossible 1 as Tony, the head of the family.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot how you pronounce it. Henry Zerny?
You got this. I ain't gonna help.
Thanks a lot, buddy. But yeah, as I said in Shaun of the Dead, we moved from zombies and the Deadites and Necronomicon to in-laws, where that's something you truly can control in life. We're like, oh wow, new family. Oh, they're assholes.
Yeah. Oh, they're more than assholes.
Yeah. But yeah. Poor Grace is married to the what's the name again? The Dumas family. The Dumas have made their fortune by with board games or like games in general.
Yeah.
They even have their own teams, like basketball teams that they fund, and like if they could I guess they can like fund an F1 team, because why not? They're that rich. Yeah. But yeah, she marries into this family because Alex seems like a decent guy.
He's a pretty solid guy, throughout the movie. Wait, what's her name again? The actress's name? Where was she from? She looks like Margot Robbie.
So what is it? The same thing. You put the two of them in the same room, you're like, I can't tell the difference. I'm sorry.
Margot Robbie is her stunt double.
Yeah. Forgot. She was in fucking Babylon, the Damien Chazelle movie. After Babylon. So like a 3-hour inside Hollywood movie that she's in, and so is Margot Robbie. So at times I'm like, all right, you're not Margot Robbie's character. Jesus Christ. But yeah, she's great in this one. I like her performance here, Samara Weaving. I mean, again, playing as Grace, who against all odds has to survive this family. Because at first they're like, oh, it's a ritual every time someone gets married, we play a game. And you're like, odd fucking ritual, but okay.
That's cute. Yeah, I mean, for me, I was like, okay, that's cute, because they're a family who makes board games. So I was like, why not? But also, why does everybody? It's so odd because like everybody looks like a villain in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like even like the aunt that we see in the first at the first part of this movie.
Yeah.
Who sacrifices her husband, where she has the hair like all stood up.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys really make board games?
And that are supposed to be fun.
You guys don't seem so whimsy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like this family dynamic where it's a commentary on how out of touch the rich are too. Because like,
sorry.
Yeah, recent events in the Philippines have shown us, that can happen. Anyway, she mentioned this family, and like at the beginning, you're like, I guess none of them really like her, like aside from Alex and maybe Daniel. Like the dad, the Tony seems fine. It's the aunt that you're like, what the fuck is your problem? She's just staring at her like, you don't belong here, or like, motives being like, you're going to be a fun sacrifice, and you're like, Jesus Christ. But yeah. Grace picks hide and seek, and she just thinks, oh, it's hide and seek, until like Alex warns her, and one of the maids just eats it. Like the maids here get the worst endings to this game.
They do. Well, I'm not gonna lie, the funniest thing here is the sister. She's a little bit of
a fuck up,
a nervous wreck.
Oh yeah.
Girl is just like, oh shit, like kind of just shoots blindly.
Yeah.
And like every time God forbid you were a worker at this house. Every time you walk by with important information, you just get shot or killed.
Right? Like
by this said girl.
Like this is a comedy, but the comedy here is fucking dark. Like it's kind of like in the most macabre way. Like the death of the maids are never quick. They're still like somewhat alive. Like that one who eats like a crossbow, and like as the aunt is doing exposition, you hear and like, Jesus Christ, she's still alive.
Fed up because she takes the action to like finishes her off. I was like, okay. Like even the first one, she gets like half of her brain blown out, and she's still
Yeah. And you're like,
ain't nobody gonna do anything.
right? You're like, I guess the caliber of bullet really matters because Jesus Christ, you're still like shaking uncontrollably.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to see it. You help me over away, please. But yeah, I do like the moments of like badassery, like just the first shot of Grace with her gown and the shotgun shells. I'm like, yeah, that looks suits you. And then later Tony's like, oh, the ammo's just for display. We're not that stupid. And he gets hit with like a tea kettle. And like, well, you are for being off guard.
You gotta love how like the entire time they're hunting the girl down, they're still a family.
Yeah.
They're still quarreling. They're still bickering.
Yeah.
Amongst each other. They're like, hey, okay, look, we got CCTV. Like we got cameras. Let's use the cameras. And like the aunt's like, no, that's not traditional. It's like, it ain't our fault that Grandpa was like
alive
before
electricity
cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love this family, even though they're such assholes. Like the bickering is just the funniest part. Like if it's not the morbid comedy, it's the family just bitching. Like Grandpa wouldn't want this. Grandpa didn't have electricity when he played these games. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Exactly. And they're like, the guy was just like, okay, can I just use my gun? I have a gun in my purse. And they're like, no, we use the antique weapons. And then the odds just like, pick and choose, pick and choose. Like they're really getting on each other's nerves. I was like, this is a great representation of a family.
Exactly. There's also great moments of tension, like when Grace is sneaking around the kitchen away from Tony, the butler, and you're like, she's like trying to load the shotgun shells, and it pays off in the worst way, where he's like, those are just for display. You actually think we keep those? Fucking Grandpa doesn't want to use modern weapons.
Yeah.
There are also moments where I can't stomach, like when she falls in the pit of goats, and like she has to climb out with her bad hand, and like she's about to fall down.
I love it. Sorry, one of my favorite scenes because it was so fucking funny.
Oh yeah, the kid.
She was like, "Oh, the person who's following me the entire time to the goat stable, is actually just one of like Alex's nephews."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh my god, hey, look, can you help me get out?" And he points a gun at her.
Yeah.
And shoots a hole in her hand. And she was just like, not gonna lie, the most appropriate reaction from an adult to a child, if ever that happened, was just like, I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh. And then she like fucking like yeah, she falls down.
Yeah.
She gets out. She like puts her. She already has a hole in her hand, but she puts it through a nail getting out.
Yeah.
Horrible scene, hard to watch. I was looking away the entire time. But she gets out and she goes, "Look, you little shit." And she walks off.
Appropriate response. I love the fact that not only at first Alex is not on board, but Daniel is also the sympathetic one who's like, I can't let my family die. At the same time, this is so fucked up what we're doing, and like, why do we even do this? We don't even know if this whole Mr. LaBelle curse is real. Like, we're just doing this out of fucking fear. I do love the scene when she gets hunted down by Tony and he's bringing her back in the car, and they're all like, yeah, we can do the sacrifice, and like Tony's just so oblivious to like Grace, like about to knock the shit out of him. They're like, Tony, turn the fucking music off, and gets knocked out.
And the car like spins. By the way, the actress for what's her name? The bride.
Samara Weaving.
Yeah, amazing job, because she has a signature scream. like she has it all throughout this entire movie.
Yeah,
it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And then we get a really good one where the car flips and it's in slow-mo.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, that's your signature anime signature scream right there. I do also like the fake out when you think they got her, they're about to sacrifice her. I'm like, are you fucking serious right now? This is how the movie ends. And then it turns out Daniel poisons them. Poor Daniel gets shot
by his wife.
Yeah. And then Grace just takes care of business. Also dispatches the mom who did convince Alex to join them by the end. But the way she takes care of the mom, just like, yeah, you know what? I believe you're desperate. Like, just like there's no, not to put a pun, but there's no grace to the kill where it's not like a finesse like stab. It's just like
no
cracking her skull with a box.
Just like curb stomping gangster style. I'm like, damn, she is dead.
Yeah.
Like,
and you believe Alex is on her side the entire time, so that when he's like, I'm sorry, I'm like, oh yeah, he's apologizing. Why isn't he letting her go? Oh fuck.
Yeah. And he kind of just like, yeah, I kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he dies.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it was messed up. Like, even like Daniel was like, hey, like, we kind of deserve whatever's coming to us if we don't like finish this ritual. And like the sister's like, oh, but my kids don't deserve it. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Okay. And then you see the kid who's like, I was trying to shoot the lady. And then the mom's just like, oh, I'm very proud of you. And Daniel's just like, sigh.
I do love like when Grace escapes the final time, the grandma's like, or the aunt's like, fuck, we're too late. And at first they're like, nothing's happening.
Yeah, I love the delay. Satan here had a humor.
Yeah. Even though they're all like, so this is fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Everybody's like, what's up?
What do we do about her?
Yeah, and then of course, like, the aunt's just like, hey, even though we failed, I'm still gonna kill her.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you guys try to like kill her, so you kind of have to,
commit,
you know, or else she talks.
Yeah.
So she goes at her and she blows up. I was like, I was expecting her to burst into flames like a vampire, but no.
Yeah. I love the reaction of Daniel's wife, just the, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, I would have the reaction too, of like, damn, Satan has a cruel sense of humor. Love how the one-in-law, the dad, explodes, and then his wife and kids try to run away, and they explode out.
You just hear like two little pops. I'm like, all right, deserved.
Yeah. And then Alex is like, see, I'm not so bad. I didn't explode because I'm with you. And Grace is like, I want a divorce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pop.
And like Satan just like pops up just a little bit.
Yeah.
She's like, I love how she's just like, just traumatized out of her mind.
Yeah. That.
To a point where she was just like, shit.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like she just leaves. Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Yeah. So you know what? The entire night this man was trying to kill me. Why can't the devil be real? You know. It's one of those cool shots you see on like Facebook and or like Instagram of like the final girl just coming out victorious, and the officer's like, "What the hell happened to you, in-laws?" And you're like, "Okay."
It still feels like she wasn't the winner, and there's a second movie if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there is a second movie.
That's gonna go
exactly. Yeah. I think I forgot who's in it. I think Elijah Wood's in it.
Cool.
Catherine Newton. So I don't know if the Dumases have like an extended family, so we'll just see what happens there.
She marries into another fucking rich family.
It's like, not again. Why? Or maybe they'll bell curses another family. Who knows? But yeah, what would you rate Ready or Not?
Ready or Not, it's a fun movie. Yeah, as I said before, there's gonna be a lot of 8s here.
Yeah.
Because this is an 8. Like, it's a damn good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's terrifying. It's gory to an extent. And, like, it's a very unique take on the horror genre where, yeah, the in-laws are trying to kill you. Yes, we got Get Out. But here it's just like, I don't know, it just hits a little different because now there's like the whole devil thing interweaved within it. And the chemistry, it's not like this family's like weird, you know, like, oh, we're a perfect family, you know. They're not like that.
Yeah,
they feel like a family.
Yeah.
Like, you feel the brother and the sisters just like butting heads. The dad sometimes a little bit aloof. The aunt just wants things to go correctly. It just looks like a family trip gone wrong.
Right?
Or like it's just like Christmas or like a holiday that they're just like, why won't things work out?
Exactly.
You know, this entire thing had so much heart. This thing had so much character.
Yeah.
And it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think this is some of my favorite kind of horror genre. Like, just the comedy horror.
Yeah.
Like, they interweave a little bit of comedy into the horror. I'm just like, I'm really into it, and it does give the whole Halloween vibe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. 8 out of 10. Great cast, especially Samara Weaving as Grace, and the rest of the family. Like just to watch them bitch alone. Like, I hope, like, if they ever release like extras of like the family just bitching like on a regular day, I would love to see that. Like, what alone? If they're not in a wedding, how are they like in like everyday life? And when they're not sacrificing goats too. Also I'll give them a higher 8 because of those 2 fake outs when you think Grace is just done. Like the first one before they get poisoned, you're like, are we really ending this movie this way? And then like the second fake out when I thought it was for real when Alex was like, "Hail Satan." I'm like, fuck, are you fucking serious? And then she is. I'm like, oh, thank fucking God. I'd be super sad if Grace died.
She like turned, kind of sacrificed her shoulder.
Yeah.
This girl took a lot, by the way.
Yeah. Like, again, it's one of those action hero movies or horror protagonists where like they don't come out unscathed. Like, they're not like clean. Like, oh, I have a tiny scar on my arm. We're like, no. Grace is like,
she like she's not like, she's very pretty. By the way, the actor's very pretty, but it's just not like she's pretty all throughout.
Yeah.
Clearly, this girl just like has a 1,000-yard stare. Girl went through Nam and back in one night.
Yeah.
You know,
like just climbing out of the fucking carcass goat pit with your bad hand. I'm like, stop showing me the fucking hand, please.
Yeah.
Also forgot to mention when she's trying to escape through the fence and she's like, fuck it, and just rubs against the ironwork. I'm like, stop, you might get disemboweled. What good are you if you die?
Yeah.
Good stuff. And like, I do like horror comedies like this. Like, I don't know if you've seen Abigail, the ballerina vampire movie. It's pretty solid. Like, it's on the vein of this movie. Pretty solid movie, pretty solid cast.
Okay.
Pretty fun to watch. Yeah, and I'm curious to see where the sequel to Ready or Not takes us. Because again, I felt like this had the perfect book ending. So I hope they're not making it just because they're like, hey, it made money, let's just cash cow this. I hope there's like real intention of like, let's expand this universe a bit more. Kind of like the John Wick thing. Like
it's like another story of a different person, but I don't think it is. I think it's still focusing on
Grace. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Unless they follow Final Destination 2 where the main girl from the last one just dies. And you're like, oh, I guess she's not the main one this time. Shit.
I will hate it if it does that.
Anyway. Yeah. But yeah. This has been our horror comedy week. We'll be focusing more on comedies later on, like this month, just as a teaser to our main Halloween like lineup, because we've been doing this for 4 years and we're really having fun with our Halloween stuff. And there's not enough time in October to do all the Halloween movies we want, so September gives us a bit more leeway.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to see more of us here on YouTube, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see your best and funniest moments, Spotify to hear on the go. And the BGM though, this voices on TikTok and Hemswolf on Letterboxd. Where can find you?
You can find me at JomJuM_ on Instagram and his Smart account.
And we'll see you for the next lineup, which will focus on a place that defies gravity, but after all, the magic. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Right.
Bye everybody.
Ciao.